guys! I realize that this video is probably going to end up being one of those TMI conversations, but I know I can't possibly be the only person who has had to deal with this, so I decided I would go ahead and make a video hoping that there is at least one or two people out there who will stumble across this and it will be of some sort of benefit to them. So before I go ahead and talk about what I did to solve my problem, I want to explain what my little problem is. So as you guys can probably already imagine, I am a particularly hairy person. I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that just the hair on my head is super duper thick and God thought that giving me a lot of body hair would be a really great accessory for that, but I am a hairy woman. Now I don't have like hair on my back or my butt or anything odd like that, but the hair that I do have like on my arms or the hair that grows on my legs is just really incredibly thick and coarse, and I even get hair that grows like on top of my toes. It's just really bizarre. So this is probably no surprise to you guys, but in addition to all of the body hair that I have, I get hair that grows like right over my upper lip, and it's not just that normal little tiny cute peach fuzz that most other girls grow. Mine is also very coarse and it's thick and it's black, so it's so noticeable. So this was a huge problem for me when I was in high school because I really wanted to get rid of this mustache, I suppose I should just call it, because there's really no nice way of describing this fuzzy little caterpillar thing that grew on my face. I wanted to get rid of this so badly, but because none of my girlfriends suffered with this, I didn't really know where to turn. I didn't know what to do. The solution to like my arm hair and my leg hair issue was clearly just shaving it, and that worked out really, really well, but I didn't want to shave the hair on my lip. So believe it or not, I took some really, really bad advice from someone, and I had gone so far as to bleach my upper lip hair when I was like 15 years old, and it was absolutely atrocious, the outcome of that decision. I almost wish that I had a picture to share with you guys because you would not believe how terrible it looked. And even just thinking back on that decision, I don't know why it didn't just click in my head that the problem wasn't the color of my mustache, it was that it was there. But yeah, I know now that most people are really up to date with all the different types of things that are available in regards to like products or routines and procedures that you can have done, but I really didn't know about any of this stuff when I was like 14, 15, 16. I had no clue. So I was pretty much at a loss. I didn't know how to deal with this mustache of mine, and the bleaching thing didn't work out, and I wasn't going to shave it. So what someone had recommended was that I just begin waxing it. And I know that this is something that a lot of girls turn to as, you know, their go-to solution for handling their facial hair, but I just want to say, for some reason, waxing just doesn't work for me. Whether it's my legs or my arms or my mustache, I just can't get myself to not be in immense pain when they are ripping those wax strips off of me. It doesn't matter if I do it in my house, it doesn't matter if I have a professional do it. Whenever I get my upper lip waxed, I just have this terrible red stripe that's always across my upper lip, and it stays there for like a day, and it's really sensitive, and the pain doesn't seem to lessen with the increased frequency that I go. So I am just going to assume that I do not have the skin for waxing. So this was a really, really terrible conclusion for me to come to, just because I do not want to have a mustache. Like it doesn't work with me. I don't know, I cannot get into having a mustache. So I was pretty much at a loss when I was going through Walmart. This was a couple months ago, and I was chatting with this lady randomly about this problem, and she said to me, you know, have you ever tried a hair removal cream? And I don't know why. I had never heard of these before, and maybe you guys are going to be like, Rabbit, what is wrong with you? That has always been an option, but like I said, none of my girlfriends knew about this, and a couple years ago, like, I definitely didn't have like a laptop, and I wasn't that tech savvy like I think 15-year-olds are now with their iPads and their iPhone 5s and all this other gadgetry that's available to them. So the lady showed me a product called Veet Fast Acting Gel Cream Hair Removal, and I recognized that this is supposed to be for like your legs and your like bikini line and your arms and just things like that. But when we were looking at the hair removal creams that you can use for your face, you got a really, really small amount of product and it was priced quite heavily, and I was not feeling that. So what she even said would probably be okay was if I used a very sensitive formula for the body, and that would more than likely be okay for my face as long as obviously I don't get it in my eye or in my mouth or anything like that. The particular product that I use to tackle my mustache is the sensitive formula Legs and Body with aloe vera. Hopefully my camera will focus so you guys can see that. Or I should just bring it back so you can see it like this. And I have to tell you guys, this thing is amazing. Amazing. I didn't mention this earlier, but I've also tried the epilators, which are those little machines that literally just like rip the hair out of you. So it's almost the same thing as waxing, only you don't have the hot wax on your skin as well. And that just, oh my goodness, that also did not work for me. But this was amazing. I did not have any chemical reactions to it. My mustache literally like just melted away. I was able to put this cream on. I left it on for about 8 minutes and then I wiped it off and I had no mustache whatsoever. I was so excited. So I should shoot you guys a warning if anyone is watching this looking for a solution for their own mustache sorrows. That, like I said, since this is formulated for, your legs and body, the directions even on the back really, really, really strongly suggest that you do not leave this on your flesh for longer than 10 minutes. And that's the max. Like the minimum I think that it will work in is about 5 minutes. So I kind of like to shoot a little bit for the middleman there, and 8 minutes is the longest that I left it on my skin. As with any chemical product that you will be applying to yourself, I would really strongly suggest that you test out the product on a small patch of skin first, just to ensure that you're not going to have any type of allergic reaction to anything, or that it's not going to hurt you, or that maybe your skin is more sensitive than you realize to the product, or whatever the circumstance or situation might be. So what I actually did was I took a little bit of this cream gel and I put it like right here, and I left it there for, again, the 8 minutes, and then I wiped it off with a damp washcloth, and I left it alone for about 24 hours just to make sure that I wasn't gonna like get any weird rash or anything forming there, and I was completely okay. So I just did what you would expect you're supposed to do with this, and I put it over my little mustache, left it there for the 8 minutes, and similarly to when I had the little test spot, I just took a damp washcloth and I wiped it off after the 8 minutes had gone by. So yeah, this works really well. Like I said, I didn't have any reactions to it, probably because it is a very sensitive formula. I get about a week and a half, so maybe you're looking at like 10 days of my hair not growing back in, which is really, really nice for me, because even when I was doing the waxing, I got a little bit more time, probably closer to 2 weeks, so about 14 days, but it hurts so much, the waxing and using the epilator. I don't know if it's just me and if I'm just like a big baby or something, but I could not handle that pain. It just wasn't worth it to me. But literally with this, like I feel no pain whatsoever. It doesn't even tingle like when I leave it on and I'm about to wipe it off. It doesn't hurt afterwards. I have no red marks. Like there's nothing but smoothness and beauty going on. So yeah, I recognize that this was a really, really weird video, but like I said, I wanted to make it for anyone else who is struggling with this issue. And I know that my audience is kind of mixed. I know I have some people who are in their late 20s and older, but I do realize just from talking to some of you that a few of you guys are like 14, 15, and maybe this isn't something that you are dealing with yet, or maybe it's something that you just haven't talked to anyone about. But nevertheless, I just thought I would upload this, and even if this only helps one person, then that's good enough for me. Okay, well, I am done talking about that. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, you are free to shoot them my way. I hope you guys are all doing fabulous and you're enjoying the semester. It's fresh, and I know people are trying to get back in the swing of things, so hopefully you guys are doing okay. And I will talk to you all later. Bye!